Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. I'm going to try to keep this video short and sweet and come out with a few other quick video updates. So what I did realize, I was seeing this on Twitter and it's pretty funny. There was an argument or a debate I should say, that Michael Zischek was having with somebody or another person. I don't quite remember. But basically this person, their argument was that XRP could never reach $5, $10, $100, whatever you guys believe. Basically because it's in the range of 29 to 30 cents right now. And arguably, that's a very, myopic viewpoint. We already know what they're going after, especially with ILP, Interledger Protocol. They call it the Internet of Value. This is not called the Internet of Small Value. And I heard this, by a few people, and I thought this was really funny, and I agree. And the folks at Interledger Protocol, ILP, were literally asked how much value or money, markets, industries, whatever, are they targeting for the Interledger Protocol? And do you remember their answer? They literally said all of it, all of the money, XRP plus ILP to help facilitate transfers all over, via the settlement layer for all value, not just money. We can talk about tokenized real estate, gold, metals, stocks, securities, derivatives, any type of financial product, you name it. Now, everyday people, in my opinion, would not even need to know of this update, this type of implementation. It doesn't matter. Plenty of other projects can and most likely will succeed as well, whether that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, any other altcoin. I have nothing against the success of other ecosystems and projects like that, Link, ADA. It doesn't matter. If they serve a purpose, they can succeed with good technology, a good team solving a real problem in demand today, ability to scale, secure, more efficient, etc. There's various business, use cases, and I am just pro innovation overall. And I believe that XRP is one of the best positioned assets for this. So, after that little rant, so we got Ian Northing sharing this by Panosmek. Hopefully I pronounced that name. So, attention please, we're in the first month of quarter 4, so finishing up October now, and XRapid, or ODL, on-demand liquidity volume just surpassed that of the entire quarter 3. We have a record. And this should be no surprise. We've been seeing those batch payments getting larger, well over 100,000, maybe even, over 80,000 XRP at least in these payments, whether that's between CoinsPH, Mexico, primarily the Mexican peso and the Philippine peso corridors. So it should be no surprise. We see volume ramping up. And again, this is actual on-demand liquidity. Now, people are very excited because there's, over 50%. We're approaching all-time high in terms of volume and transactions on the XRP ledger. That is not solely XRP. Some of that is our XRP, or IOUs issued on the ledger. So please, please, please stay grounded. But again, we know how fast the space can move. We know how fast all-time highs can be reached. So, prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and stay grounded. Stay realistic. False expectations can definitely ruin you as an investor mentally or psychologically. Right here, Galgatron latest charts. Global volume still rather benign. Despite continuous growth for MoneyGram, also people are still getting confused by the recent massive increases in ledger volume. It is not XRP as depicted below. I repeat, it's not XRP. It is other IOU payment volume. So these are other issued types of, value, currency, whatever you see fit, that can be sent over the ledger. We see some of XRP payments in USD. And if you guys want to just get a Twitter account to keep up with XRP news, Galgatron is one of those that I highly recommend you follow. He can be rather conservative, but you know what? That is a good reminder with all the hype in the space as well. And he sticks to the facts and nothing else. All right. Moving averages, look at these micropayments ramping up. Going to be responsible. And again, payment chains, don't worry about that. Larger payments view, green is poking its head out. And then this was actually interesting. So the account openings as well, XRP successful account activations. So we can see a steady trend line going up, which is good. And all in all, you guys think that, tons and tons of value is great because there's a burn rate for XRP. But in reality, I don't think that will contribute to the value. I think there's going to be far greater things that contribute to the value and appreciation of XRP. But again, it is to prevent spam on the network or, anyone that wants to try to throw a DDoS attack, distributed denial of service attack on the network. So again, I believe that XRP and the XRP-L are very, very secure. Next, I am Legion just sharing this again, and I just want to rehash this old news and information to tie everything together as always for all you newcomers. So FedCoin runs on Ripple and Interledger Protocol. I was just talking about that. So this is speculation, but these documents are legit. So we know right here, this was dated back 2018 of December. We have Ripple submission to the U.S. Federal Register notice and potential Federal Reserve actions to support interbank settlements of faster payments. Federal Reserve notice. Should be no surprise. And of course, we have Ripple's Ryan Zagone. I love hearing him speak at any conferences or, whenever he's on TV. And to join the Federal Reserve's Faster Payments Task Force Steering Committee. This was in 2018 of June. And we've seen Ripple send various proposals as well. Literally promoting XRP, FYI. And then R3 reports FedCoin, a central bank issued cryptocurrency. We've gone over this in the past, but I just want to show you that we are moving towards a digital tokenized economy. Everybody will be adopting CBDCs, and we still need interbank transfers on a permissionless basis. And XRP, in my opinion, is best positioned. None of this is financial advice, but you have to connect the dots and see who's working with regulators. Again, Ripple just got an office in DC. There's regulators that are supporting Ripple's mission. They know that this is a need. Liquidity. This is different than any other cryptocurrency. XRP is a digital asset, one of the only serving a true use case today. Granted, it might only be millions of dollars in volume today. We are steadily building up that liquidity. Could they do it faster? Absolutely. Anything is possible. All right, right here, Darren Moore, one of the best researchers in the XRP community, has a Patreon if you want to support, but basically just showing a few screenshots we've seen in the past. So we got delivery versus payment, DVP means, and of course we see the Corda Settler, and look at this. We have XRP methods, or just going through Swift. And Corda Settler intermediates settlement finality. We're talking on the core ledgers of these banks. That is what we need to see to solve the real problem for liquidity, freeing the dormant capital. And I'm going to go over some documents in the future as well in the next few videos to tie this as well. There's just a lot of information to go over. So keep an eye on that. And then right here, we have, let's see, Teninate, or however you say this. And basically, right here, this report from Temenos, we already are aware of them, mentions the R3 Ultimate report, which I'm guessing will be in Q4. So this is not financial advice, but let's read this article really quick. So right here, technology achieves nothing new without trusted parties, including specialist partners and networks where all participants can do business together. A good example can be found within Southeast Asia, of course, emerging markets as well, and this is where Ripple's targeting, where some small banks, which have operations in multiple entities, sorry, the font is pretty small for me, are already undertaking cross-border RTS, so this is real-time settlement, through the blockchain using Ripple infrastructure. The rationale is that the cost of running RTS was so much lower than using Swift with its associated costs because they are actively using blockchain already. They are ahead of understanding alternative ledgers, so when the inflection point does hit, they are ready. Absolutely. And that is what Chris Larsen, executive chairman of Ripple, has said. He said that they want to be in the best position, and when society is truly ready to adopt and actually just finally accept this change that is coming, which is inevitable, they are best positioned to be successful because they've been building up this ecosystem, putting hundreds of millions, if not billions, into the ecosystem to thrive. All right, even for Spring, Ripple literally put $500 million to fund them to help build upon the XRP ledger. Like, you have to realize they are investing this money to grow it and foster a healthy ecosystem. They're not here to get a quick pump and then sell and take money. They're trying to build something that will move trillions of dollars in the world and in the future. And this could be coming a lot sooner than we're aware. So by adopting this approach, they can have real calculations on how the system benefits them rather than waiting for the ultimate R3 report to come out. Then they can be ahead of the game by being able to develop products accordingly. So cheap, efficient, international real-time settlement using blockchain works for small banks with multiple entities, but what about the majority? And I believe RTS is real-time settlement. All right. And then right here, Tony Valentino, I do like this. Again, I'm not taking everything he says, I take it with a grain of salt, but I wanted to share this. So do not expect every company to announce that they are working with Ripple, the company, or running on the XRP ledger. Ripple are plumbers, and I like this analogy. Ripple are the plumbers. The XRP ledger is the plumbing, the infrastructure. Nobody needs to know about the plumbing. Email users do not ask how their emails are being sent. Well said. And then last here, I'm going to finish off with this. The Federal Bank of India is set to go live on Ripple's platform in late 2019. And this is YANNLEROI. So Jan Leroy 2. So thank you. And right here, as we can see, I'm just going to read the highlighted portion. Bank also partnered with Ripple Labs, an American technology company which develops the Ripple Payment Protocol. Back in the day, that's what they more so called it. An exchange network on March 2019. This would help bank to connect to unexplored corridors. The bank expects to go live on the platform by end of 2019. And I guess they still call it the Ripple Payment Protocol. But now, by end of 2019, now the question here is, okay, they've clearly done a lot of POCs, proof of concepts, but are they still going to be ramping up, or is it simply a flip of the switch and boom, volume will be flowing through this ecosystem. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.